कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. You know, for those of you who sit through the entire 1 hour plus show sometimes, I think we should give you a reward. So at the end of this show, there's one gentleman who's joined us for a long time, and you have to see the pants. The pants are worth the 1 hour wait. I have not seen these pants since Rambo Circus was cancelled. And this is coming from me, a fashion guru. Right, Punit?
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, people say, please get out of the frame. Your clothes are horrible. So I just, Shreyas, a lot of respect here, really.
Yeah.
But you carry it off.
Thank you.
Can we see it though? Like the.
Yeah, you'll have to get up, though.
Yeah,
I don't know how. Are you wearing underwear? Oh, thank God.
Cyrus, you have
Oh.
to take your word.
Bro,
back.
bro.
This is not a card puller.
Bro,
look. This is like.
you know, growing up, my mother's side being Catholic and all, this is the kind of stuff that they used to put on the table before we ate food. It was literally like that. But now today it's a high fashion.
Yeah. And it is
I respect-
multi-purpose.
it is
If you want to
circular,
eat, you can use it as a
And you
dining
can't even
table
put a
cover
color
also.
on it. So it's like anti-racism because everything is like rainbow.
Everything's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if everything's there. But I guess I get your point.
See, fashion is circular. So right now, tablecloths like jeans people are
Hey,
using.
you grew up in a Gujarati colony. It's fashion. Please say it
Fashion.
properly. Huh? Fashion.
Fashion.
What is this fashion? Nobody knows fashion. But you're so nice to have you, Shreyas. after so long.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've just been busy. I'm trying to
Tell them,
clock
tell
in
them
that.
about the Amazon thing.
No,
Remind
more than
them.
the Amazon
Allowed
thing,
to?
I think just being an Agniveer,
Hmm.
giving myself, giving 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
That just.
Yeah.
Oh, that beats Narayana Murthy is called.
I agree with him. I think he's on the right
70
track.
is less, you were saying.
70 is less. I think 80.
I for interns, it's 70, and then as you go up in management, it should be 90.
For sure. I think the lesser paid you are, the more hours you should work.
Yeah.
So that you get paid more.
And you use the cricketing analogy, why not 100?
Why
I mean,
not
there are
100?
hours are available.
Why not
24 to
100?
7 gives you a
Just
lot.
go with the fun number.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
get a
yeah.
century.
Our
There are
Prime
so
Minister,
many
our
ways
Prime Minister
Cyrus
works
to-
18, 20 hours a day.
1820. That's
Yeah.
fucking.
He sets
inspiring.
he's the
That's-
apex. No? Why should you follow him?
Who's this?
Yeah.
Who's
The
this?
Prime Minister.
Oh yeah. Apex.
Oh, Subodh Malia gave 9. Malia though, huh? Maybe. Subodh, you take it back. We
Give
don't
it
want-
to the back.
Yeah, we don't want to. There's trouble in paradise, you know. So we'll wait for the next guy. Subodh, thanks. Sorry. Yeah. And there was a nice thing in the beginning from Arpit. I don't know if we'll find it. Where he said that before we started the stream, we have 8 likes on the stream is yet to start. Which 8 IVM employees are tasked with liking the stream before it starts? Let us tell the truth here.
And are they putting in 70 hours a week or not? Amit needs to know that.
Amit himself doesn't turn up anymore.
That's how it-
The ship is running without a pilot. We've been doing this for a long time here, guys.
No, he's with us in spirit.
Yeah, well, okay.
Hello.
Amit, if you're there, please answer, man.
By the way, I've come to the new studio for the first time.
What?
Yeah, I've come here for the first time.
Wow.
And it's
so
amazing.
these pants have never touched the seat of this
Never,
studio.
never,
Unbelievable.
never.
Unbelievable.
And all our Agnivees, we are definitely supporting this because the last office, I think we had something to do. We didn't have work to do. We were just
True.
what about arson?
Yeah.
And then we just
Yeah,
went in
yeah.
because we have a lot of energy.
There's a mistake, the misunderstanding. Because you talk about my kid, right? Like my
I was-
son.
Yes,
And then they thought arson, and then
exactly. We
Could've
actually
gone with
planned
the-
on
Could have
murdering
gone with
him.
the yoga
only.
pun as well, Puneet, but I was
Yeah,
waiting for you to
yeah.
put your hand up.
That's
there.
how the club was also born.
Yeah. but Shreyas, I must say that while you are excellent and doing well, your namesake is in trouble in the team at the moment.
I know.
He's the only spot people are looking at. And Misbah al Haq from Pakistan has reached out and said, as a friend of India, that we should remove him.
Yeah, you know
when
what?
Hardik comes
I
back.
agree with Misbah. I don't think he's putting in the 80-90 hours at all. Like
Yeah.
I think he's more
Even
like a 10 hours, 12 hours. And the other thing is,
So what's it?
as,
7 hours is the cricket. Then he's supposed to do what exactly?
Instagram.
more cricket. More cricket.
Instagram is good.
It's very
Yeah, I
important.
think he's not trying hard enough in the reels. He's
Yeah,
not. There's no background
Yeah,
music.
yeah,
There's no choreography. And I'm actually happy with Shreyas Iyer's downfall because, like, from a very selfish
You're
perspective,
Mumbaikar.
yeah. But I'm also a Shreyas, and I can't have.
You don't want the fame of another Shreyas.
I can't have other
You don't
Shreyas
want to
being the
share
default.
us.
No,
Oh,
not
this is
at
a
all.
pun show. Huh?
Not
It's
at
only
all.
the lowest form of
Iyer
humor.
is his name. Huh?
Shreyas Iyer.
I thought it was a purely Maharashtrian name, isn't it? No.
No, but he's a Maharashtrian Tamilian, so he speaks
What-
perfect Marathi. Grew up in India, Mumbai.
What does that mean?
Sing India.
Maharashtrian Tamilian.
But Tamilian antecedents. Surya Kumar is from UP. Antecedents, Baba. Puneet is from Sindh. He's actually a Pakistani.
No,
But he grew up in
What are
Mumbai.
these rumors, Cyrus? Where is this coming from?
You only told me I'm actually Pakistani.
I'm completely Bharatiya. These are all rumors.
Oh,
Don't
Baba,
believe
you told me
this.
the Zameen to Pakistan mein aa gaya.
No,
Abhi kya karega?
we have
Listen, as an
lineage.
Agniveer, if you're a Pakistani,
You're
I'm gonna have to
Pakistani.
call some people.
Please call.
I
Who
will.
will you call?
Your son. We have to
Thanks.
get him first.
This time say it slowly. Son. So both they sent 70. My God. Some of our ancestors might have done it. No relation in this generation. Says Subodh Malia. And he sent us almost $1,800, guys.
Wow.
I think we should stop the show and go for breakfast.
Let's do that. Let's fucking do that. And let's call Subodh. It's on Subodh.
Subodh is now like our leader. He's like a sponsor. So whatever you want, we do. You decide the show. Puneet is all cool with
I
that.
think Rajasthan का पूरा menu आ जाएगा इतने में.
You think?
Yeah.
Rajasthan is expensive now, no?
अच्छा, it's expensive.
Sparsh is saying no because
No,
IBM pays so well. No, yeah. Okay. You say no.
It's become like Janta Bar now. Once it's part of TripAdvisor, no, the place goes to shit.
Yeah.
What is different in the new studio? Like, how are the
well,
rules different?
I'll tell you. Occasionally panelists turn up.
Okay.
Okay, very few happen there.
Right.
Secondly, Suresh leaves this open
Okay.
because nobody wants to steal anything. There's nothing here.
That's true.
There's only sales and marketing. So
Yeah.
there's nothing to steal. Yeah. I keep going through the files because I come early morning. I see whatever the fundas passing from one to the other and all.
Right.
What business, how business is booming, etc.
Business is booming.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
That's.
We may have to set fire to third floor. We'll be calling you soon.
Let me know. Looking for work.
Talk about Amazon quickly. Puneet, he's become a full-fledged writer of what could be a blockbuster show.
Like a web series.
A web series.
And it's not comedy per se. I mean, Shreyas will have a little touch of that, I'm sure. But yeah, because one of the stories you already told us a few episodes back.
Correct. No, that has
But
changed
you don't want
now.
to leak anything.
I don't want to leak.
The
anything.
story's changed.
Yeah, of course.
What kind of writer are you?
Arey, we are still working on the first episode. It has been 1 year. I
So they
kid
will
you
see
not.
where it
It's the
goes.
You said it's
30th
going on the
draft.
floor.
It is. We are going into season 2 also, but we are also working on the first episode.
Okay, all right. This is a bit like India. We've already reached the 21st century. We skip 20 and 19. Fair enough. Yeah. Can Puneet get back? Abhijit? Hey, okay, let me just say,
No
Abhijit Ganguly is more than welcome. Please ask him to come back on the show.
He-
Nobody has been asked to leave the show. If they've left, it's some issue they've had. which is-
Ganguly's wife is a comedy club owner now. So there's
What are you
no way he's
saying?
coming
Where?
back.
Where?
In Juhu.
Have you paid him? You didn't pay him the last time, no? That was one of the problems.
No, I was chasing him for payment.
Oh, sorry. Ganguly!
Yeah.
You didn't pay Puneet!
See, he gets so many corporate shows that he
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So
So what do you mean by his wife is a comedy club owner?
she's invested in a comedy club.
Oh, I
And
thought-
it's the hottest new club in
I
town.
thought the punchline was Vidhan Sabha. I was a little worried where he was going with this one. Yeah. So she really has like a business?
Yeah.
Bro, what are our wives doing? My wife paints pictures and I put it in the background and people say very nice and nobody buys it. You know, his wife is a
Cyrus,
freaking
this
business icon.
You wouldn't have noticed because you don't travel by train, but all the stalls on the platform
Have Aisha's
all,
paintings.
no,
Then?
all the owners, they claim the owners of the stall. They're all women, no? Because same contractor can only get one, but they get the women in the family.
So what you mean is you can replace yourself with your wife.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You left your wife. So this question doesn't even arise.
Lesser liabilities, the better.
Yeah, limited liability. That's what marriage in the early years are.
Yeah.
After that, it's just cancer. No. Please. There's I think Royston who's going to get married this month. This month, guys, is the first.
Wow.
December या November बोला साला.
December.
एक महीना बच गया उसको.
Who?
Royston, one of our regulars. I don't think he's on right now, but if he is, he promised to invite all of us for the wedding.
Who is,
I think he's Catholic and he's marrying a non-Catholic. Can't remember what.
I've heard you are the
Yes,
priest. You are doing the.
No, priest. I'm the MC.
You're the MC.
The mother. The master of whatever it is. Yeah.
Master of Chutia.
So he's making all these jokes that a married man who's not married but about to get married can make. Because it hasn't really. It's like, has a tiger attacked you?
Right.
Or do you see a tiger in the distance?
Right.
You see the tiger in the distance, he's still full of bravado. Abhi 2 साल के बाद बात हो जाएगी. Then we'll see exactly how much bravado. Because you start stammering, stuttering, spit comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
With the wife.
Will they have a pre-wedding photo shoot?
I think they should. I think that's a must. And then for your next stand-up, you bring this whole thing into it. The before after. Nobody talks the before after marriage. Wow.
There's one reel doing the rounds where the couple who's about to get married has recreated the song Bang Bang with Hrithik and Katrina
Correct.
at the peak of their hotness.
And what do they look like?
They look like fourth world versions of this.
Oh, me. Now you have to see it. Everybody stop the podcast to check this out. Yeah.
But my question
Bang,
is, when they get the
bang.
divorce, which movie will they recreate?
Go for it. Huh?
There isn't any Hindi movie like
Silsila? There'll be
that.
something.
It's not a real version.
I think again reference to context should be even more 2012 onwards. Cyrus Brocha, Puneet Panya, fuck off. Because then we only understand what we are saying.
There was a remake of Kramer vs. Kramer also, right? With
Nana Patekar.
no,
No.
Nasruddin. No?
No, not Nasiruddin. I think. Look at Shreyas. He's blank finally.
I'm-
It's Amazon
I'm
murder
listening.
mystery. What is the English American show that that you're vaguely inspired by?
EP of Criminal Minds. He's
Criminal
the
Minds.
guy. Yeah.
Criminal Minds. I love Criminal Minds.
It's
Fabulous.
fun.
And what do they have there compared to what we have here?
Oh, nothing. I think we have a much better.
Plethora.
Yeah, plethora.
Everywhere you look, even in this studio, who burnt the fourth floor? Still, we don't know. Where are the employees? Still, we don't know.
Cyrus, this may not concern you, but in Mumbai suburban railways, thousands of trains have been cancelled. Till
I know.
7th of November.
Rishi has told me everything, but stop this. This does not concern you, you rich bastard thing. I'm living with my mother. Okay, please stop this because people start thinking that we are really rich. We're not rich from any angle. It's a struggle. I won't use the word Mein Kampf, but it is a struggle.
So, I made it just little bit more blunt force trauma than usual, but
Only 20%. By the way, Floyd is just mentioned ki I'm too loud and you're too soft, which is the opposite of what happens in my bedroom. Bro, you're too soft. They can't hear you.
that's why it works. No, otherwise I wouldn't be working with Cyrus.
Why are
for
you
so many
trash
years.
talking, man? What the fuck did you just say to my friend?
Now I'm too soft. I'm just playing with Floyd.
Has Subodh paid another $900? Is that true? Like what?
I'm telling you, it's Vijay. It has to be
Like,
Vijay
yeah.
in disguise.
Fuck! Like, are
He's
you
like, I actually have money. I'm not paying the employees.
Are you drunk?
Then why is he just paying us 900? Come on.
Must be some numerology thing.
Okay, Subodh is saying auction Aisha's paintings here. Rishi, just bring Sparsh into the frame, no? So here's one of the paintings. Here's one of the paintings. This is still life of a Delhi guy who's now in Mumbai. And his Hindi has been raped by our city. So now he doesn't know how to speak to his family back home. Yeah. Okay. By the way, Punit,
Yes.
what were you saying?
I finished.
No, about the trains.
Yes, so I made it despite of it, but like little bit more injury than usual.
Apparently, 80% trains are cancelled.
No, not 80%, but like some 1,000 or something per day. So that's a lot.
Wait, why are they getting cancelled?
Some repair work.
Repair work.
Oh, they're putting AC
The
in the
option,
trains,
the
no?
option is that you can die or they'll repair.
Yeah.
So everybody said, let us die. Okay. Most people are, please, मेरे को मरने दो. I want to reach.
See, but if people are trying to hit their 70 hours a week, then like they can't fucking wait for the trains to get repaired. They have to be at
In
work.
Mumbai, when you say 70 hours a week, 5 hours is travel, right? So,
Yeah.
1 second. I think we're all hitting it then.
But there's so many ways to do 70 hours. No, stop rushing twice a day. Who told you?
But listen, I want to ask you, how many web series can you see at office? Also, there's a limit. You need to do something else. Have you seen IBM? Everybody's on their computer laughing. I always wonder, and I run in 4 hours. I run from here, and I'm thinking I must be a shirker. But sometimes I'm the only guy who did any work. Me and Rishi. Rishi works hard.
So in
Sparsh has done his hair today. So वो भी कुछ काम है.
what is it? Part of the contract of Spotify? Is it like you're required to do this?
Hey, तू बच्चों, एक दिन if he becomes a superstar, he'll not remember any of us, but he'll remember you. He'll remember the one who tried to drag him down. He'll only go after you. And now, Kishore Kumar.
By the way, I wanted some advice from both of you. I recently started.
That's a joke. So just give us a minute.
No, there's no joke.
Let them laugh.
I told my mom that I don't want to get married, and she hung up. She's not talking to me.
She's
She hasn't
surprised,
taken it well.
She's actually surprised.
She's-
But it's the same reaction from the girl you want to get married to. So I don't understand the problem. But once again, there's pressure.
there is
Is
pressure.
it because they want elder brothers there, no?
No, I'm the eldest. There are 4 in the
Oh, so
family. I'm the
there's a lot of
eldest.
pressure.
There's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
inheritance, no Cyrus. So
And
they're
wait, the
worried
worst
about
news
the
is
property.
Shreyas is the best looking. Puneet. Jay, what do you
No,
gonna
I
do?
think I'm actually the ugliest amongst the 4.
Okay, forget the jokes. What are you going to do? Come on.
I don't know.
So are you really feeling pressure?
Uh,
Little bit.
they are feeling the pressure because now I've just told them I'm not gonna get
But you have a
married.
girlfriend.
You
Maybe.
maybe.
Listen, you bastard.
Is
You
this
have a
members only or is
No,
this-
it's not. And
It's not.
Okay.
No, I am an
I think it's
Agniveer.
fine.
I only
One
believe
second,
it.
There are no girlfriends anymore. They're 2023. They're just
second.
women you happen to
He
be
is
with,
following,
and then
no, correct. He's following the same metaphor of 80% trains not running. It's the same thought process. But let me tell you one thing. Some of the regular listeners will remember. He is the beautiful romantic who took the girl, cheap bastard, the typical Maharashtrian. He took the girl to Gateway of India early morning and to see dolphins.
dolphins.
Yeah, which if you work really hard for 3 hours, you'll see a fin here or there. So, real romantic. With cost to company zero. Zero. You have to find a way there and find a way back. Nothing.
That
Hey,
was a
dolphin, machi, deko, machi.
That was a different girl, Cyrus.
So no, I think it's the same girl.
no, quarterly
A
rotation.
girl who'll come to see that dolphin fin Early morning must like it. Okay, I've got all my technicians coming and touching
Like
me.
2 bouncers came and they just ruffled you up. That's what it looked like.
I felt almost in that Shri space, I've had all the people around me, everything's
I think the best advice I can give is that you have to wait for the Amazon show to come out.
Right.
Well, that is a good point, but okay, let's pretend you have a girlfriend since you don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
So if you pretend to have a girlfriend, what would be her name?
Agni. Let's say Agni.
What is this ugly?
Could be anything. Name could be anything.
Now
Name
your
doesn't
mom will
matter.
say don't marry her. It's just on the name.
By the way,
Oh.
my parents ask me once every year if I'm into men. I just track the time.
Just,
Once every year.
Mr. Manohar, can I say one thing?
Go
The
for
way you
it.
dress now, you're really on that line. I don't want to say anything, but I want to sound like this heterosexual type people and all that.
You
And
do.
Naveen will attack me. But that outfit,
Heterosexual
I
type
got
nahi, it
to
is-
tell you, Puneet Pania, not the greatest dresser. Life was your worst ever. But the way you dress, man, we start wondering what is dressing. We question our dressing. We don't
Yeah.
understand.
It's just comfort. I don't know why you would go for jeans. Why you
If
would
I
go
was
for
your
something.
dad, I would have asked once a week. Not once a year. Every Friday I'll call and say, boss, ladka hai ya ladki tere piche?
That's such a cis thing to say, Cyrus.
Correct. This from a man in the polka dot shirt.
But I think that's also why they're scared. That's one of the reason they're scared. They're like, why are you not marrying?
But so marry a guy.
I don't know if you can see, but they're jingas. They are not.
Okay, now let's tell the truth about Manohar. Manohar does this whole I'm so my feminine self is not an issue thing. He does all this. That's part of his act. But he's the biggest girl skirt chaser in India. Okay, and I know for a fact he has a girlfriend. I know for a fact he's lying to his own mother, and this is a show that she's going to see out.
That is true. I am like
You
you.
can take
Yeah.
the boy out of Nagpur, but not RSS out of the boy. So that's old saying. So, old Sanskrit saying.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who doesn't know this? Everywhere we go, it's on the posters, a picture of Shinde, and then there's this immediately. Yeah. But brother, so what's the plan then? Because
The plan is just to keep saying no. And the thing is that
but if you had a girlfriend, doesn't she have a say in this?
no, so she also doesn't want to get married. This hypothetical girlfriend.
hypothetical.
Yeah. She also doesn't want to get married.
But she wants to stay with you
Yes.
in an unmarried relationship.
Yes.
Which after 5
Unmarried
years she can
relationship.
claim, if you become a superstar, writer, actor, comedian, she can claim 50% of your wealth.
We won't be married, right?
You don't have to be married anymore. The
Oh, really?
courts have passed the cohabiting for 5 years is the same as a
But
spouse.
honestly,
5 years.
Why do you
No
think-
chance, Cyrus.
Puneet, why do you think
Let's move on to the
Puneet,
next.
why do you think I gave up my parrot? Yeah.
even if I am successful beyond my wildest dreams, she still is richer than I am. So I am okay if
So you
there's
take
a 50.
50%.
That's
Don't
what,
tell
right?
her,
By
make
that
sure she doesn't
logic,
see this show.
we'll cut this off.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry.
Cut this off. This is, as the priest told my mother when I was
There's
born,
so many
cut that
people
off.
I know, Cyrus, who married little too early just before they went viral, and then now they're
Hey, Puneet, khud pe mat ja.
Wait, then how? Like, can you see it in their face? Can
yeah,
you see it?
there's the disappointment that they can't express also. Because
No, but jokes apart, there's a little parental pressure, especially in India and those kind of cultures, is a little too much sometimes.
No, but it's two-way. There's no winning. If I'm like, no, I still have to work on my career, they're like, oh, then you need someone to support. And then when I'm like, no, career is going well, they're like, then what's the issue? Then
What-
just get a
What
partner.
are their views on prostitution?
Prostitute.
You didn't bring it up. Dad, I just need a weekend helper. Friday, Saturday की बात है और उसके बाद I'm मेहनत 70 hours a day. And then the info
that's
sees at the back
actually a
door.
good. See, Cyrus, in
Oh.
India, prostitution is more accepted than homosexuality. So
Oh.
I think
But homosexuality is also part of prostitution, bro.
And there are
Yes,
homosexuals who are also prostitutes. So
Exactly.
let's not
and
forget
more
that.
importantly, my heterosexual friends who go to men.
but minorities we don't
That's
care
a big
about
deal.
them.
There are a
No.
lot of men who think they're straight, but they actually indulge in.
So these are trans prostitutes.
See, I
that
don't
way.
take Kunal's name, but there are people who do this. I mean, it's their thing, bro. Who are we to judge here? And I tell you, if you ever meet any of these guys, they are peers. They think of themselves as straight as arrows. Huh? They don't consider it, but they do this with transgender. Is transgender the right word? Oh God, man, help!
But how do
What is the
they
right word?
how do they reconcile with that in their own
They
heads?
just believe that that's like it's allowed.
It's
like,
a
It's like the
spectrum.
reverse sweep. When I was growing up, if I played the reverse sweep, Ashok Mankar would have kicked my ass and then beaten my father up on
Yeah.
top of that. But now it's okay.
Chalta
You
hai.
sweep, then you reverse sweep. Then you
Right.
sweep. Sometimes you don't even know what you're doing.
No,
Right.
Cyrus,
Hath
when
either
you want to
Bhagwan-
justify something, just say it's a spectrum.
It's a
And that's the end
spectrum.
of the
It's a
difference.
spectrum, yeah. Did I mention spectrum? or spectrum. In Hindi we say spectrum.
But I have there's this criminal psychiatrist who works with us on the show who
Look at this showing off. Punit, tu ja, you're nothing.
every
He's got a fucking criminal psychiatrist who's a backbencher for him.
He's
a guy that
renew my train pass.
Punit, the bugger with a PhD, he's in the 4th row behind where the boss calls him and says, boss, give me some update on this. Amazing.
So we keep asking him, what are the trends? What are the recent crime trends? What are we seeing? What's the new shady thing?
And they all match the girlfriend's traits.
And chemsex dens is something
I know. We
That
explain
is-
to him now. I know all
What
this.
is this?
which are like basically all inclusive brothels, hotels where you go and
now Punit's paying attention.
for a premium you get everything from food to drinks to MD,
Oh.
Molly, higher drugs
Okay.
One
to
rate.
men, women,
One rate, you get drugs, sex, and food
Everything.
And alcohol.
Every-
You pay one rate, like 10 grand, and you get everything, or you pay separate.
I think separate. At
No,
the end
I'm
of
not
it, you get a bill.
That doesn't make sense.
It's like DMart. So
No, boss. Then there's no end to it. For one Coke, you're a non-drinker. For one Coke, you're charged 500. If you're a non-sex person, for one woman who doesn't do anything to you, another 1,000 rupees. It'll never end.
But it is an addiction, and it's like many married men who lead normal regular lives who
Yeah.
are in
They go
companies
into
at
this
respectable
switch-
positions.
Switch personality for a little while.
it's the reverse of Vipassana.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
Also,
indulge in all the
pronounce it Anadvaita. Wow.
I think to round off the 70-hour story in Narayana Murthy's defense, not that billionaire Tambram needs defense, but still.
Wow. The Tambram had to be brought up. I mean, there's no relation for that. I mean, really.
There is.
No,
But that's just
you
casteist.
no, you can't say that.
You're a
till-
Brahmin. Support him.
I'm anti-Brahmin still.
There is research that there's research by companies that research is purely slacking, like how much employees slack around the world. And it says highest slacking is in India, and it's 32%, something like that, which is still lower than IBM, but still the average global is 24%. So
No, see, in IBM's defense, employees don't know what they're supposed to do. Once you clarify that, then everybody's okay. Like Cyrus has been on the guitar since morning. That's not GITA, which would be allowed, but GUITA. Not the holy book.
By the way, good news.
Yeah.
Mumbai is number 1 in AQI. Let's go. We
Yeah,
are number
yeah.
2.
No?
Oh fuck.
Number 2.
Be happy he knows what he
No. I think it's number 2. Just check the
Who's
news.
number 1?
I forgot, but it's outside India. It's a foreign city.
Oh fuck
think it's
that.
China.
must be China.
Yeah,
only.
some city in China, and then India is number 2. Mumbai is number 2. I think.
Even here we are behind China.
But we are ahead of Delhi. So in VIP Chamchakiri, we've beaten Delhi, and now we're in pollution.
But you're telling me that in Gaza, even with all the missiles that are happening, we still have more
The problem
pollution.
is the guy who takes the reading, he didn't go to Gaza. He was like, boss, मैं आज न छुट्टी पे हूँ, मैं कल करता. So he refused to go there and stand in the middle of all that. Acha, checking, for some reason. But if it had to be a guy, it had to be an Indian. The only guy who would actually go there. तो ये भी नौकरी है.
like that World Hunger Index, no? When Smriti Irani was asked, she said that I have not had anything since the morning because I have a busy day.
Wow.
So if they call me right now and ask me if I'm hungry, I would have said yes.
Hmm.
She thinks this is how the survey works, that they call you.
Fucking
She
insane.
could have been a great lawyer. And she started at McDonald's. All the great lawyers started at McDonald's. There's proof of data with that. Really. Hey, Puneet, you're a lawyer now.
What?
I'm a half.
No, ये LLB.
Oh,
MBA, LLB
no,
दोनों
no,
और फिर
no.
कॉमेडी करते हैं बेंच
No, no. Father is LLB. I'm like somewhat there because of comedy. You need
Didn't
to
you do
know.
LLB also?
No.
But MBA you done.
Yes.
Oh wow, what a waste of a seat, no?
Father is MCom LLB.
MCom LLB
And
teacher,
yeah,
academic mind.
and Hindi Sahitya Ratna.
Hindi Sahitya and
Yeah.
RSS volunteer. And Puneet himself is the MBA and was leading MNC, doing really well and all. Yeah.
Do you miss anything about that life?
Yeah, money.
Yeah, money. Yeah.
70 hours a week. Huh?
By the way, Puneet, if you want, I have this new business deal that I'm
lovely.
doing.
Yeah.
It's one of the
It's
leading.
called Shadi.com.
It's not. It's with one of the leading business families of
Yeah.
India.
Yeah.
I just keep sending them emails.
Acha. You're
And I
segueing into the story.
There's
Well done.
I can't give any details about it,
No,
but
no.
there's just a
It
company
rhymes
email
with
ID.
Rambani. But
It rhymes with Rambani.
Yeah.
40 crores is what we might get from the last email that I've sent.
yeah.
If
This
you want
is
to,
that extortion thing
You're
that's in the
extorting
news.
them or you're threatening them?
it's nice. It's informal. I'm just asking them.
You're asking for donation.
I'm asking for donation. And if they don't give the donation, we have shooters who will kill them. That's all.
Oh,
It's-
so donate or die.
donate or die.
Yeah.
It's very
small,
North-
small
very-
caveat.
Very
Yeah.
North Korean of
But actually, I'm fully kidding. Like I'm not gonna kill
Of
him. So
course
it's a
not.
joke.
a man with those pants.
Yeah,
Suddenly you turn on his Chota Shakil. No, I don't think so. But yeah, so that how does the story end? Rishi had the whole thing. They caught the guy.
I'm still here.
Oh, sorry, you're still.
Yeah.
Okay. What a limp moment. In the show. Puneet lost interest completely. He was only interested till you gave the pricing on your free sex, free booze, free this thing, and then you said everything has to be charged separately. Puneet, would you do this if you had lots of money?
Maybe
be
this
one
is
of
part
these-
of a web series you don't know, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's a real thing in Bombay. Art reflects reality.
But it's-
So we are going
To
from
get into this,
reality.
it's like a club, right? So you have to get into it through networking and all that, right? Like
No.
you're a guy, then you recommend Puneet, then he. How do you go to these places?
Yeah, it's a reference
Reference
based
thing,
on.
no? Because
Yeah,
everyone can't go.
correct.
Yeah.
This
So-
is the hotel you're talking about.
No, it's organized, right?
It's organized, but
it's like a social fete event thing.
so I feel there are different places.
Let's
These
act
are
like
like
we don't know,
dens.
Dens. They're like dens.
That's what I had seen you before. Fuck.
I was a waiter.
You are a prostitute.
No, only on Sunday.
I think by next year, Oyo will take over this also. It will be called Oyo something. No,
Yeah.
Oyo D.
But how much? Then I'll be in for it. The moment they say cheaper, I get more sexually turned on. Is the woman pretty? No, is she very cheap? Yeah, okay, let's think about it. I apologize. This is the wrong thing to say. Yeah. I think my daughter has become such an anti-feminist. I think it's all my fault.
Really?
That day she called my wife got upset about something. She said, "Stop being like a woman."
Oh my god.
Aisha's the ultra feminist. Her hair started standing everywhere and it's not much left. And I was like, my God, what's happening here? It's like she's become Junior Brocha.
Fuck, what have you done? You've brainwashed her, huh?
No, she's on her own become a villain. Which is such a beautiful thing. We need more villains, man. People are so ultra good. Don't say this, don't say that. GG, sir. Too much, yaar. This Tamil culture must end now.
Tammeez culture.
It's too much, yaar. We do too much of this fake sir,
Also,
sir,
Tammeez is
man, man.
Urdu word, so it has to go.
Correct. What is manners in Hindi? What is a good replacement? There must be something. Come on, Bihari. Contribute to the show.
Sanskar, dude. Come
Sanskar
on,
is
yeah.
not manners. What sanskar is? How do you? You don't care.
I don't care. I don't care about these. I'm just thinking about the chemsex den still. I don't care.
Plus, he's going to answer. Huh? Say.
Paddhata.
Everybody knew that, yeah. Everybody had that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, by the power vested in me by State of New York, next news item.
What's
is-
like? He had the news item. You have the news item.
Yeah.
He's the-
I mean, the first one was fantastic. The Ambani story, the way he cracked it. I mean, fabulous.
No, there is a
One down. Who's batting at
IVM ordained stories for the dinner. I'm co-host. So,
Okay. What the fuck is happening?
yeah.
It's all, we are all in this together.
If I
Don't
was your
worry.
mother, I wouldn't get you married. You're not ready.
Please tell her that.
This sounds like the Urjita episode now. Suddenly,
Anyway, Divyanshi Jain says Tamil culture needs to go. I agree with Cyrus. Thank you.
Arey, fuck you, Divyanshi. Fucking Tamil culture needs to go. Who the fuck are you? How dare you tell us at 10:30 in the morning what to do and what not to do? Fuck you. Fucking get her out of here. We fucking move on from these commenters and get to the stories.
Divyanshi, we are muting him. I apologize. It won't happen again. Won't happen again.
Thank you.
What's he on, man?
DMA something.
But I've seen a lot of these comedians or reels of them just insulting the audience and the audience giggling away.
Don't
For-
point to me
for-
when you are saying
But
that.
maybe that's a new thing.
That's the
Is
new
that a new
thing.
thing?
Yeah.
It's the hacky way. That's the easy way to do
I think
things.
people are uncomfortable, say funny things, and and then if they are sporting, they don't
It's
look
debatable that
unsporting.
you are saying they're saying funny things also.
Well,
yeah.
Like
funny,
sometimes they're
it's
just
rude funny. Other people are laughing, so it's funny, right?
Yeah.
But Cyrus, now it is 1 minute or less than that. So it doesn't even matter. You just say some shit and the reel ends.
Wow.
There's no place for
Sometimes-
laughter also.
Many of these reels don't get complete also, and they
Yeah.
have huge hits
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
and it's not even a joke. Like
No,
it's
no,
just
no, it's
they're
incomplete. It's
saying
like,
something.
Hello, so there's one guy entered the bar and he bus. So,
Yeah.
and millions are watching.
No, but
And they're doing Mandarin. I mean,
no, the joke is incomplete, but it ends with the guy's social media handles.
that
On which they already are.
7 to 8 seconds of blank.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Man, we have to learn
but
things.
I wanted to ask, since like in your
Oh
so
my
much of
God, the
your-
sexual remark from Divyanshi which says Shreyas ut gaya. I don't know
it's
what
not
she
sexual
means.
at all.
Then what does it mean? You're sitting, right?
Yeah.
So physically you're sitting. So what ut gaya?
It's
Come on, you explain.
spiritually
Come
would
on,
yeah,
Brahmin.
we need
Oh,
some
Brahmin,
we need
explain.
some tammeez. It
Oh.
should not be okay that people are talking to each other like this. We
I mean,
need
fuck
some
you, ka kya-
manners.
fuck you ka kya ho gaya? Fuck you biopic.
Cyrus as a South.
Floyd, my Catholic friend is telling me now Tehzeeb in Urdu, for Tamil. It's not quite the
Tehzeeb.
same thing. It leads from Tamil.
Tehzeeb is
Tamil-
nicer than
I had a girl in school called Tezi, very pretty. Coming back to Udgia,
Okay.
just calm down. Yeah.
His eyes, they transported somewhere.
You got a dirty look on your face. It reminds me of those lecherous boys in class that I grew up with. Yeah, not for.
How can I have a dirty look? I don't even know this
My
person.
only male friend is Kunal. Okay, who everything he's like, Manje, what? You know, I mean, the hot girl
Cyrus,
passes. You are,
imagine if those boys were wearing lungis like he does. Then
the school, nobody wears. Oh, okay, they do in certain cultures. I apologize. Yeah, of course they do. Why not? Yeah.
But Cyrus, as a South Mumbaiker, are you sad that the Kali Pilis are being phased out finally?
Can I tell you how much we hate those bastards?
Arey,
Yes.
fuck you, yeah. Come on.
I started Bakra. I didn't start Bakra. Vasant, me and all. We started this show because we were trying to teach all the boys from North and South who come and stay here in MTV and, you know, from outside Mumbai. We were trying to show them how we screw around with taxi drivers when we were in college.
How to
Because
screw
they would
around?
not take us anywhere, Baba. They would refuse to take us
Okay,
everywhere. They were
why-
very spoiled.
Why?
So one second. So we would tell her, for example, if I was in Xavier, I was going to go back home, which is hardly about 7-8 kilometers, and I would say, taxi. He's like, kahan? So I say, Malabar Hill. Nahi. You know, it was always like this.
Yeah.
They don't like the route. I don't
Yeah,
want to go there.
yeah.
They won't get to me, guys, taking taxis, whatever. So we had all this experience where we had a lot of anger towards them because they would answer in one syllable or less
Yeah,
without a full word.
correct.
Like all that.
Yeah.
So irritating. So we stopped. They were smoking down. That's why we started Bakra. So I was showing them and somebody started shooting it. So the cab would go past it. Taxi! I said, time kya hai? You know, all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. It all started from there.
But tell me one thing. If you...
Today I love them. Because today they're only people who talk to me. I'm walking in the lane. Kutta ka naam kya hai? And it's so sweet.
Always great conversationalists.
Yeah, they are. That across the country, the guys who pick and drop you, airports, are all best.
Arey, because they're workshopping it like 70 hours. More than 70
And they're
hours. Like
philosophers.
fucking
They're
150
They're
hours.
thinkers, Baba. They think.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sitting at that red light waiting for your life to pass you. You know, I mean, come on.
But tell me one thing. If you get a call for some brand work, okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like, come to Indore.
Yeah.
And if you say no, do you think they should be insulted? If
Why would
some-
I say no? Have you met me?
but
I would have left.
if it was some
Mid
work,
sentence.
if it was some work,
I'd be all.
if it
already
was
on
some
my
work
way.
that you don't want to do,
Like what?
I don't know, like
a
judge in a music reality show.
I'd love that.
Is there anything he
uh,
won't
yeah,
love?
or-
That anything he
Except
will
for-
say no
Except
to?
for killing children, everything else.
No,
I'm okay
or
with.
go into a reality show where you are locked in a house. Hypothetical. Yeah. Completely hypothetical.
Yeah.
Where you have to wake up on time.
I would
sleep
do
on-
it every day of the week.
Yeah,
you know,
and
With
no
one
protein
rider,
powder.
can I order Zomato? That's it. That's all I want. And,
And
they'll
no-
get, and in fact, they discussed this later that we should get Zomato and all on, and then figure out some food that can come and go, and then the brand.
Because of you?
No, because they had 200 sponsors and they want to make it 300. No? So
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking, out of the box, what else can we do? Yeah, because of us.
And they did think of food before it took them fucking
No,
13
so-
seasons.
So the idea was that they'll have special, like not every day, like, you
Like a
win
privilege.
Task, yeah, so when you win a
Ah.
task or whatever, you get an option of Zomato and whatever you want to order, you order.
It's
Right.
Hunger Games. No, so they
No, so
food
they-
there to make
Correct,
themselves.
so they call it the Zomato moment or something. It's there throughout the show.
Wow.
And then you keep calling, and then one guy gets it. For 8 weeks, you get 2 meals.
Right.
Tihar is much better. And the company is even better. Yeah.
I'm sure you have talked about it a lot, but like, is there anything still remnant in your mind about Big Boss, or are you over it?
It's all repressed memories now.
I think the toilet experience was a little hard because, you know, I mean, God, you won't share toilets with people here at my age. And the second thing is the AC. Because there's half of us, food, of course, I've spoken about that.
Yeah.
Half of us who want it really cold, and half, it's the same. Nothing changed from my childhood. It doesn't matter about
Or
class,
office,
what
or
culture,
anywhere.
East, west, north, south. It doesn't change. I've got the fucking AC anti and the AC pro. You know, and we are fighting the same fight. First, we were fighting, there was no AC in school, and also we were fighting over the fans.
Right.
Those 3 months a year, the girls would say, hey, my hair is blowing.
Yeah, remember
No one-
Tehzeeb would always say
one
that.
chick,
Yeah.
Jungle Nandita used to say, but my hair is blowing. We should sitting in the back. Oh, what the fuck? Your hair is blowing. We're dying here. They're cooking us. Oh, we have to take a break. All right. But so you see yourself as a joke whore, is it?
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On all things policy in the Police Chowki series, former IPS Javed Ahmed speaks to Sri Krishna Upadhyay on the procedural safeguards available to individuals and the legal grey area around digital evidence from devices like smartphones and laptops. On The Habit Coach, Ashton Doctor is joined by special guest Mirabelle D'Acuna, who is not only a dedicated heart math interventions trainer, but also an accomplished yoga teacher. The conversation delves into her personal story of how a tragic incident sparked her profound interest in yoga and in turn inspired her to excel in the practice. Folks, if you like our shows, do spread the word. Tell your friends and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: Omidia Network India, SBI Life, IDFC First Bank and Save Life Foundation. Thank you for making this possible.
Captain, and his surname is Captain. I love we are just having a conversation without you. Who cares? No, I'm just kidding. Where's Miss Ayushi? Says Floyd. And as we take up that question, let me just tell you, Ashton, our resident life coach, is a lovely guy. I've noticed the trend now is that young, attractive women only appear on his show, which I'm wondering why, and the correlation between young, attractive women and helping and healing people. I realize it makes sense. It does. Because there's nothing else. You have someone nice to look at. You know, otherwise, if having a bad day, your life sucks. You don't know. You have no career advice. Sorry?
What?
We had Shruti Hassan.
When?
What when?
Okay, that's very clear that you are in love with her.
Yeah.
That's good
She's
to
very
know.
Shruti
attractive,
Hassan,
Baba.
dude.
She was
She
very
is.
sweet. Very pretty. And
Which
she's tall.
podcast?
She?
Her parents are short, but she's tall. She's like taller than me. And I'm 11'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, Shruti Hassan. I don't want to brag. We had some big guests.
Wow.
We had...
And you're matching us with each other. Like,
Commissioner of Police.
both of us deserve to sit with Shruti Hassan also.
You guys are my favorites.
Yeah. But who just
If-
shooting
if
gets? She
Shruti-
gets Abbas.
No, listen, yeah. But we need Abbas now, because in case I don't know who the person is and all that, Abbas is the guy who does his hard work when it comes to the cine streams. He seems to know everything.
Cine
His
streams.
one moment, with that Abhishek Bachchan scene, which has propelled him into national award status and all that.
Yeah.
For best scene. They give it to Abhishek, obviously, because he's the name. But Abbas is in the frame all the time.
So Abbas is into Star Wars also and into Bollywood also.
Um,
Like, how lonely can one person be?
let's just say those t-shirts aren't easy to buy, and you have to do something with your life beyond working here, and he's doing that. Abbas, we love you. You think he'll buy all this shit?
That we love him?
Yeah.
I think so.
Ah,
He
so
knows.
ठीक है.
He
Cyrus,
knows.
one topic we have with India was his England World Cup, which we need to do for the market's sake. But there is no link because so I just mixed
No, but we have
signals I'm
still
getting.
watched the match, right?
Watch the match means this is why I hate being a pundit after so many years. I told my mom after the first few overs, even Rohit was struggling. Virat, 9 balls didn't score and gets out and all that. I said, Mom, we're going to lose this game. Batting first, we're good 200 max. And it was 230, so I was not completely wrong. It was the best chance for England to walk.
Yeah.
I know there was a little bit in the wicket and all that, but if the first 5-10 overs they were able to play, it would be over.
Yeah.
54 overs. And then they were 4-4-2 or something. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So here's the truth about life and cricket, which is that when you're just going down, you're going down. No pun intended.
Right.
They just didn't look like they could win from anywhere. It's really sad. So I'm thinking, should we conquer England? Oh, yeah. Rishi Sunak is already running
But
it.
like, are there any successful examples of when your team is in the dumps? Can they still come back? Is there still hope or it's over?
Well,
Is there precedent?
I'm a mathematician, so I can tell you right now there's no hope.
There's no
The
hope.
only option is that Rishi Sunak makes sure that English people work 70 hours a week
Yeah.
on their cricket, and after 4 years come back
Yeah.
and give us a better performance.
Yeah.
But can I tell you the other part?
He's also-
I tipped England to win the World Cup, so I don't want to talk about cricket ever again.
Oh,
Three.
shit.
Because on paper they were fantastic.
Listen, your credibility is gone now
Gone,
as a
gone,
cricket
So
fan.
now women, cricket, dogs, the three topics that I used to.
Wait, why dogs? Why dog?
Because the other day I took a picture of a dog in Alibag and I sent it to my daughter and I said, I've called this guy Chotu, and my wife sent another picture. It was a female, short from below. So it should have been Choti. And I was.
Gender is a spectrum.
I
You don't see
know.
gender.
I tried to argue your point, but they said, if you're a friggin' PhD, at least tell a dog from a bitch, you bitch. So that was the
But
situation.
Sunak as son-in-law also has to live up to the 70-hour work week.
No, he's busy. He's now in Tel Aviv. No, he's moved. He's
giving some aid there.
permanently there. Yeah.
Killing Palestinians himself with his own hands.
But
And
I don't know
explaining
about
how some killing is part
But
of
I
nature.
think they explained it to him on the ride over. When you're that rich.
Wait.
with
Can you tell me again?
geography,
Wait.
Who are the Arabs? Yeah. Something like that.
So there's one people where 8,000 have died,
Yeah.
and the other,
Yeah.
and we are fighting them.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that Hillary is coming out and saying that we shouldn't have a ceasefire? That'll be too violent.
Do you know that she came all the way to Guy Building, which is 2 lanes away from me, when she was in Bombay, and our place is called Malba Hillary. Can you imagine?
Why did she come
I don't
back?
know. She came to some boutique. I don't know how they do this PR shit. Like Barack Obama went to Xavier's, and a couple of kids got to ask questions and all that. So
Right.
they do this thing which is from left field. You know,
Yeah.
not part of meeting all the great. It must really upset the chief ministers and all. Were like all waiting to get their.
Yeah.
Bhai, 2 to 3 Xavier's. read 4 to 5 boutique.
How do we make your show a part of this routine, PR routine, when people come?
A, we need to have more than 8 listeners. That's one. Two, I think this morning thing is affecting a lot of people. The panelists don't turn up. The people don't listen. Look at this. My young Korean prodigy in the background. Please show your face. There he is. He's an expert, Tai Chi expert. He can balance on his penis apparently. Yeah, no hands.
Wow.
And then he does it on video and calls up his family.
Maybe Shruti can pull some strings for us.
I think you're mistaking her for Kamal Hassan in Apu Raja. But we can try. Shruti was very nice. Everyone who comes here, I think they're either lying completely or they mistake us for somebody else. They're all very nice. They praise us and say good things and all. You can
No,
ask them.
they remember you from the childhood, probably.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Jugal Hansraj of podcast.
Yeah.
You can't say a bad thing about Jugal.
Yeah.
Jugal's not played a character, but it's not one bad thing. You know? Every character is like the perfect, virginal, nice kid. Yeah. Perfect.
Child
Shouldn't use those
labor.
words together. Yeah.
Child labor.
But as it turns
But 80 hours. That's all I care
those
about, even
days-
if it's child
those
labor.
days, they never look at Amitabh Bachchan used to go from one set to the other 24 hours without stopping. Must be laughing at all these kids who do one shift. One shift.
There's one sad news coming in
Oh, shit. What
from Kerala of all places. There was
Samir is asking who's Jugal Hansraj. Samir is out. Cancelled.
Cancel.
Samir is cancelled. Don't act so masoom. Oh, sorry. Couldn't resist.
my
Sorry about
90s reference.
Oh,
So sad news from Kerala that there was
Can you say that without a smile on your face?
no, it's
that. This is only for him and me now. Shreyas, you're too young. You didn't react to Masoom.
no.
You've not seen Masoom.
I have. As a kid.
What's the story?
Arey, we'll
What's
get
the
to this.
fucking
This is
story?
the more
You want to
important.
get married? You can't lie to me. How will you lie to your mom, you bastard?
So two brothers who get lost.
Yeah.
One of them is innocent. Nasruddin Shah is in it.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I can't remember the story. but Nazir is innocent.
What if by next year Shreyas' girlfriend starts dating Urjita's current boyfriend?
Bro. Guys.
This
There is no girlfriend. It's all fiction, right?
Yes,
Wink.
it's fully hypothetical. Correct.
Right. Sorry, you were saying
Yeah,
bad
so
news.
sad news from Kerala is that there was a blast at a convention of but the sad news for most of India is that
Kiran was not.
the accused was not Muslim,
Yeah.
so they are disappointed now.
No, but have you
It's
seen?
like the accused is Christian, also
Yeah.
Christian.
No, did you see the?
Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah.
Did you see the OP India news? What OP India said was that the Christian religion also has similarities to the Muslim religion, to Islam.
Because
So they connected it in the
Yeah,
end. They
yeah.
still found like a far-fetched connection.
Correct. Right. And there are similarities. There's no doubt. For example, Gabriel, same name. No reaction.
No, that's the entire Old Testament is the same,
Yeah,
more or
correct,
less. But
correct.
then they
So now
just-
you're saying that three religions just borrowed from each other and didn't basically work hard. That's your point, right?
They didn't work 70 hours a week, man. That's the issue.
Now Valmiki, without a pen, just with his finger. Okay, yeah. So Kiran was not there.
And he, the guy also confessed. The guy who did it, he
no,
confessed.
so they're saying we don't know. I haven't seen the confession. Because
Yeah,
the Jehovah's Witness. So
should
why does
we
Jehovah's
s-
Witness attack a church center, convention center? What's the story there?
Can we see the convention, confession and see if
They
he's
must
lying?
upload on YouTube all the interrogations that happen in India. Then we can make a judgment. I
no,
feel
in
It would be
real
violent,
format.
right?
why? It's okay. Have you seen Insta? I mean,
What Insta are you following?
I don't know.
what are you
the other
following?
day, my friend Vikram sent me a dog urinating on some woman's leg.
Dog was a male or a female? First, let's get that.
I don't
clear.
want to get into
Okay.
it, bro.
All right.
Confidence to guys. I'm not feeling confident.
But it could be a fetish also.
Now,
Cyrus.
bro, when I pat a dog, I just say puppy. I don't say anything else.
Gender neutral.
Yeah.
You are
Hey,
actually
Tommy,
becoming
Tommy,
more
yeah.
progressive.
I
That's
am.
great. You are using
Yeah.
gender neutral pronouns.
See, as your senses fade now, you become more progressive because you don't know who the fucker is.
Yeah, gender is the owner's construct.
The
dog doesn't
in
believe in
Punjabi,
it.
we say gender. And it just sounds better. Right. Sort of saying all problems are related to Abraham.
But can I just say something? In this one hall, there were 100 people and 2
The
died.
convention thing.
Yeah.
One died. Two died now.
Yeah, one or
One
two.
woman died.
One died
yesterday.
and several severely injured. So we
Yeah.
don't know yet the final count.
Yeah, and like this guy said that he did it because it was their ideas were anti-national. But how does he not see that
But
killing
but
people
he's
is
a
more?
Jehovah's Witness, which is another branch of Christianity, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
but I think he doesn't think that he wants to be a part of it anymore.
But that's what the press release is.
He,
Jehovah's
yeah,
Witnesses
he
and all
is
that.
part of the community, but he's think the community is
has gone too
anti-national.
far.
Yeah,
They have
some-
become a little
His
seditious.
name is Dominic,
Yeah.
but he should change it to Darpan then. There's no credibility. His name is Dominic. I don't know. I'm not happy with this whole story. We'll do the whole story again.
Wait, but before this, you were happy till he was.
Till you mention the story. I had a lovely story about a dog who I thought was a male. You know, I mean, you could have just left there. No, but you had to spit on me again. Yeah. Pushpa Pura Singh Cyrus has been Gen Z'd. Yeah.
We'll end with a heartwarming.
Why are we
story.
ending? It's only 10:45. Oh, he's got a train to catch because there aren't any. So he has to start. It's like fielding. Train catch is
No,
like fielding. He's waiting for the
we'll
ball.
take more AMS. so
Okay.
that-
Acha, listen, can you arrange semi-final tickets for us?
Of course, 1 lakh, no?
Yeah.
You do one thing. Bombay, no? The Mumbai semi-final, no? One. So you do one thing. You go to Wankhede and you stand.
Done.
Then you shout, Cyrus! Cyrus! And the code will be dog or bitch. Dog means we haven't got it. Bitch means we've got the tickets. Okay?
Done.
And wear this pants so I remember where you are. They'll definitely, all the cameras will come to you at
So,
some point.
Cyrus, would you pay 50K, whatever is the going rate right now in the black market? For
I will not even pay 6 rupees. By the way, I will just-
Why? Why not
I
watching
don't want
live
to watch.
matches?
I don't want to watch. This,
it's
India,
hot.
people are
No,
touching
there is
you
no
all.
air
There's
conditioning.
too
that's
much touching and proximity issues. I can't breathe. I need cold weather.
Your
Yeah.
cricket credibility has really gone down more.
No,
huh?
I enjoy
fact
the
that-
television so much, Baba. Everything can be seen clearly. And you can abuse the cricketers without feeling embarrassed.
Well, Cyrus, there is one more reason to move to Canada, right?
Correct? Not Canada. I have to wait for the government directives. Not Canada, but maybe Poland. But by the way, I went to fetch my daughter from, they were in Jaipur for a football tournament, their school. So they reached and they weren't coming out for 40 minutes, although they reached the thing. You know why? These guys in blue, cricketers, Indian cricketers, they held up everybody. So to let these guys pass. And then everybody shouting, yeah, Shreyas and Ravi, Chandra, Ashwin, and whatever, they're all shouting, and Virat. And only Kunal is asking me, who's that? Who's that?
That's
Then
amazing.
Kunal's observation, racist observation, because they all have beards. They all look the same. And then I realized he's not completely wrong. There is something in that. They all look the same.
The
Except
thing-
Rahul Dravid. Rahul Dravid looks nice from the 90s, you know. Very different. What a generation, boss. Hey, what a generation.
Hey, how come more gossip about the cricketers? No, colorful life doesn't come out, or am I missing it?
I feel after the Hardik and KL Rahul thing, it's just like they're like,
What did they do also?
Going under
He just,
lockdown.
little bit of profanity and
but that got them in a lot of trouble, no?
No,
They
no.
got banned for 2
footballers
matches.
are raping and gang raping people in EPL, and you're talking about bloody Hindi sexual vernacular conversation which is not TAMEEZ.
I
That's
wasn't
his crime.
offended by it. I'm saying people were.
मैंने उसको लिया. That's his crime, which is not good.
Arey,
But
they are-
where's the fucking football crimes and where are cricket crimes?
They are all superstars. Of course, they're partying the hell out of it.
Bro, why are you jealous? If you had a chance, you were a
I'm just
superstar.
asking, is
Women are
there...
throwing themselves at you. Putting, how long will it last? You'll do comedy only all day?
I'm asking,
Girls, no, keep your clothes on. I want to tell a joke. No, it's not going to work. At some point, you'll give up.
because Murli said on your podcast.
Oh.
That's what it reminded
Sri
me.
Lankan boys are naughty boys. It's a famous.
What did Murli say? What did Murli say?
He was
See,
being
of course,
quite
they're
candid.
partying.
They like to party. He didn't
After
deny
the
it.
match, there's a next day.
All he said is
Test match,
he's not
but he's
much of
out like
He's not much of a drinker. So at least what? Because he comes home at 3:30. What the hell is he doing? How much? Can he
Yeah,
do?
yeah,
Huh? So you do the maths.
Right.
Yeah. So we left it at that. This is a guy who scored 800 wickets.
Yeah,
on the
you
pitch.
can't
There's gotta
fucking
be
tell him
something off.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was working 80 hours a week.
Yeah, 90,
A
100.
day.
I mean, there's no rest days there.
you saw the last comment. Rahul Dravid looks like employee of the month at Infosys.
What are the likelihood of an Afghanistan coming in the semi-finals?
Dark horse for sure now. I would say at
They're
the
chasing
moment,
anything, huh? Very easily.
Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, India should be the thing. But if Australia, I think South Africa, India are more or less assured point wise. And between Australia and New Zealand, they might, if somebody loses 2 out of 3 matches, and Afghanistan can sneak in. It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Good for
love
the
for
game.
them to win.
Good for the
Oh,
game.
great for the game.
I mean, carries the Indian flag and they find him 55 lakhs. I carry the Indian flag, 75
yeah,
lakhs.
but not so good for women anyway. So last.
But it's not his fault, Rashid Khan.
He's not the one.
He's not part of the Taliban, not yet. See, once they retire, then we'll see.
Taliban is the fucking government there, no? They
Well,
officially
you're-
recognize
I don't
you're
think
using
the-
the word government loosely, but yes, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think the players are
Not
complicit
at all.
in it.
They
Yeah.
love being in India
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah,
Poor things. We don't know what it's like to have a totalitarian regime. Hey guys, honestly, we should try China or North Korea. Maybe we'll be quite happy here.
But
Yeah.
you know, if I was an Afghanistani cricketer, I would be so disappointed by all the headlines from all
It's
the
not
winning.
Afghanistani. Okay,
Afghanistan.
You now Korean, Afghani.
Afghani.
Yeah, like the chaps, no?
Mera
Afghani
dil hai
chaps.
Afghanistani. What the fuck is he saying, man?
Afghan. Okay, Afghani. Okay.
Yeah.
But like all the headlines are filled with so much sympathy for them. They're like, country reeling from earthquake wins.
But because everybody is backing them because they've had a horrible few years.
Yeah, but I feel if I was an Afghani player, I would be a little annoyed by that.
You
I'm
think
like,
so?
fucking
So
talk about the
patronize
5
them.
wickets I've taken. No, why are we bringing up the earthquake that
But
happened?
there's the romance of the thing. You color everything into a
for
big
everyone
montage
else,
of-
not for the actual
Yeah,
players, I
But
feel.
once they
You're
get
speaking as an
their,
Afghani.
Yeah, as an Afghani who understands the
Afghanistani.
Afghani experience.
once they get their PR in order, they will know that it's all good.
There is no such thing as PR in Afghanistan. The Taliban is running it. There's no press whatsoever. For them, press means button bomb, boom.
Yeah,
That's how
but
it
they're
goes.
big on YouTube, so
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Maybe
They are also insulting the audience only, but
This
just
is-
in a different way.
Listen, India's influence is very strong. Maybe we will help them reach democracy.
our version of it.
It's not even like a joke. Why are you smiling? Come on. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Jadeja is their mentor, huh? Yeah.
Ajay, yeah.
And he also was a naughty boy.
He was,
Which-
oh yeah?
Which Jadeja? The
Ajay, my
Ajay
generation.
is still here.
Ravindra is a horse riding and married.
What
with
are
a
some
foreign-
colorful stories of cricketers from that day? Like what did Jadeja
Ajay was
do?
Jadeja was a ladies' man. Everybody knows that. No harm.
Huh.
Not hiding it.
And match fixing, did he?
That now you have to how to prove all that. That's okay. Come on.
Get to prove.
You want to attack my cricketers all the time. You attack these politicians, then you stand up. Leave the cricketers alone. But what have they done? One thing here, they took a little money. Let
One
it go.
no ball, yeah.
A little
Fuck it,
money.
it's
But
fine.
One no ball, no village of kids died. No? So why
That's
you
true.
worry?
That's
bas.
true.
See, in your defense, BCCI is private enterprise, so they don't really represent the country
True,
officially.
true.
So they
Yeah.
can do
It's
whatever.
a company India,
Yeah.
which by the way is the way we're headed. In corporate.
Final story, Cyrus, for the
Yeah.
day. Very heartwarming story from the Far East, Kolkata.
Okay.
In
With that setup, it's going to be wonderful. Let's go. I've got my hanky out.
in one Durga Puja Mandal, they had decorated it with food items. Like puchkas were there, 600 of them, because
But isn't that normal in Cal? Who's our Bengali expert? Closest is the Bihari expert. They do,
I just know about
They feed-
Afghanistan.
they
I
know
don't
they feed-
know about
Durga Puja, you feed the deities and all.
no,
Yeah.
but this is part of the decor of the pandal.
Wait, just to confirm, puchka is a pani.
Pani puri.
Bro,
Yeah,
bro, bro,
yeah.
Food is offering of food in anything in Bengal is always there. Food is very big, and I understand.
But this is not real food. No, it is just plastic, like decor.
But that is now depending on
Oh.
budget, na Baba.
No,
That's
it,
how third
it
world
has to
countries eat.
stay for a few days. No, so if it is real
Ah.
food, it will get ruined. No, and
Right.
Yeah. So all,
A
like
pani
chuha
puri can't
jayega.
stay for 6 days. Right?
But before the chuhas could come,
I'm okay.
before chuhas could take it, Indians took it. So,
So in the evolution scale, what are you trying to say? The Chuas come after us. Okay.
yeah.
We evolved into the
So
Chuas.
600 puchkas got stolen.
But plastic puchkas.
Meaning they were puchkas to begin with,
So
but
one
then
second.
they sprayed it with something.
Did the TMs
But what's the point of stealing that? Like you can't even eat it.
It must have looked appetizing. Look at it. See,
Did the TMC blame the BJP for it? I mean, there must be some political issue here.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll wait for that.
Not
Yeah.
yet. But the organizers are concerned that by eating it, people will fall sick.
Oh
Seriously.
shit!
Yeah.
That will
So
definitely
they
happen.
started announcing it, but people couldn't hear them because puchkas. So
But you got God to protect you also. Why are you worried here?
I'm still
it's
confused
just
about
it's
if
sad.
they
it's
were
sad.
real or fake, and if they were half real, how was the pani there?
What is half real?
Half plastic,
This is
half.
worse than Afghanistani.
So
What the hell is half real?
it seemed it was real, but then they sprayed it with some resin, to lock it.
Achha, so it's
Ah.
proper food, but they put stuff on it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so it can't be eaten. But
I used to do this all the time, this version of that in school. If I like something, I spit on it so nobody eats it. Did you guys used to do that? Like if like a Punjabi samosa comes and you want to make sure that, Minal Pasala doesn't take it from
I
you.
thought I went to like a very public school, but
Bro, no matter what class of society you come from, I was telling Rishi in the morning, a truth is a truth. You don't have to be rich or poor. You remain the
Yeah.
second part. The second
there is
part
no
remains.
spectrum there.
Yes, so the correlation about where you came from or what the background was, what flag it is, it don't make any difference. Please understand. Rich people spit out of limousines all the time. And poor people spit at the limousine. You know, it's just the same. We just don't understand
Balanced.
culture. Okay, should we take a few of these questions? They're
Yes.
very excited to be on the show. Let's get some Bengali take on this. Bengalis on our program. They can explain this. What went wrong with the Pushka?
We'll go with the start AMS. Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Is it true that the priest turned around and said, Pushka, I hate tears? Sorry, again, old reference.
Okay, bye guys. I'm heading.
70s reference.
But this one
My
you know,
God.
no? Because it's been
Yeah,
played out
yeah,
again
yeah.
and again.
It's memeified enough.
Yeah, this is an old reference. I just about remembered it. Yeah.
So Ghost told me a
Rajesh.
secret that you go to the puchka walas, no. So then, no, there are all these vendors on the street, no. So they have these baskets. So the triangle shaped ones are from Bihar and some code like that.
Wow.
And
But what's the point of that?
so like your preference, no. They,
Oh, so you know what you like.
yeah.
So again, regional bias will be pushed in
the
India.
taste of the sweat is different.
So
So,
divide and conquer we took to another level. No? The British will chalo jara Hindu Muslim. We'll find upmarket, parallel lane parking. There'll be all kinds of issues. Yeah.
the first AMA is from Samir. He says, Punit, the show in Pune, fresh violence is different from the Kothud one. Hey, good question. Yes, it's a different show. Do come for it. Oh, by the way, that reminds me.
So now he's taken over the AMA for self-publicity shit. Yeah. You and me should just go for a walk. Yeah. What the hell is going on? Please go ahead, Puneet.
There are 4 different shows now. I'm doing all of them in Bangalore this weekend, Mumbai next weekend, and Pune.
You're doing
after
4 different shows in 4
Yeah.
different cities which are not the same material.
that. Yeah.
It's too much for our people.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Make it 1. Make it a 2. Shall we allow 2? Do 4 by 2.
No. People who follow my work, they are, how do I put this, literate. So they
Wow.
they remember.
So what he's saying is 1/3 of the people watching this program are really refined and 2/3 dressed like you, Shreyas. Okay? That's what he's saying. Yeah. But I think Tanya said, I hate my colleagues in this chat is so much more engaging. Tanya's in the Rajya Sabha and obviously times aren't good.
This is Tanya's email. That's interesting.
Wait, what does that mean? But Tanya's female. There's a mistake in the spelling.
But Tanya, are they working 70 hours is the right question.
If you're saying female, she's probably a male.
But if you put a T there, Tantia, then it becomes like a male.
What's the next question?
Rohit
I'll call your
Atre
mom, you bastard. I know your weak point.
Rohit,
Achi phone.
Why did I open up? Fuck.
Rohit Atre is asking now that Vignat is gone. Can we stop the topic headline that flashes on the screen? We can write which panelist is late, missing, and why.
So we don't care
what
about the
is-
news only now. What? Now that Meghnad is gone.
Again, this is that elephant thing in the room. And the thing is, only Sparsh has the answer. So if he's willing to come and answer this question, let him. Because how does he know?
Huh?
You know the real reason he quit?
That I don't know.
Why will he know? He's not corporate. Why the family doesn't have a bloody family chat where he's like, Meghna, tu bahar kyun gaya and all that. So, I mean, I presume they won't have that, right?
I just know.
Firstly, the family's ashamed of Meghna because he's left.
No. Now they have come. It's a flip. It's back and forth.
I thought it was
always.
a right. The family by nature is right.
It is,
leaning,
it is.
And
A lot
this
of
guy's
it.
fully left leaning. So what are you talking about?
They're
Are you like
they're fine
NCP
there.
and we don't know what the hell you're doing?
But I think he has a lot of other things going on, which I don't know if I'm at a liberty to say. because
So
there
you
are
guys
some
are related,
NDAs.
like distant
But why does
relatives.
he-
No, we are cousins.
Cousins?
Yeah.
Oh, why doesn't he come on as a panelist? If he doesn't have to come on as a producer, if he's doing too much other stuff.
That you'll have to ask him only. That I can't.
But when I
answer.
asked Sparsh to ask, Sparsh just raises his eyebrows. Yeah. And then he can't put them back. Because in Delhi, it's a little difficult.
I think NCP's new catchphrase is that ideology is a spectrum.
Look, you're right. Because, I don't know what Ajit Pawar's game is still.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. For me, these are the best politicians in India.
Yeah.
Because you
But you
basically
don't
know
know.
Narendra Modi's game.
Correct.
You know Rahul Gandhi, whatever
Correct.
game. But this guy's game, I can't. Can you for sure tell me, are they pro or anti the BJP?
His game is staying out of jail, Cyrus, right
No,
now.
and has his uncle put his hand on his head and said, "Theek hai, bhai, wink, wink," or is he like really upset? I mean, we don't know anything.
Yeah, and this party is both in opposition and in power.
Yes,
So it's,
at the same time, and you attend the party functions.
Yeah.
So you're still in the party, and then you go back and you're in the opposition, which is running the state.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Unbelievable.
democracy. For me, this is refined democracy.
He's
which we have
killing
not
it.
understood.
He's killing it.
He's killing it, really. A lot of respect. The others are nothing. Well, look, clearly, agenda. Of course, Shiv Sena.
Like,
let's
कितने
not-
झंडे पकड़े हैं इसने गिन नहीं
but
सकते.
that's double meaning. What is that?
No,
But
not
Shiv Sena is unbelievable. No? By the time my kids become like 40, 50, I think there'll be 7 to 8 Shiv Senas.
Yeah.
Everybody will be, and it'll all take the big man's name and all that.
Yeah.
And the poor family members will be fighting battle and legal battle everywhere they go. But there are 32 now Shiv Senas. The other Parsi colony has their own Shiv Sena separate with a Parsi leader, who just takes a Maharashtrian name. Boman Iranikar. Thank you, Abe. Shiv Sena. And we can't say Shiv. Like you say Kunal says Shiv and we all say Shiv. So it starts from there. So Shiv. Oh my God. I'm very worried for politics in India. All these parties can just, Congress became Congress I, Congress P, Congress D.
Yeah.
I mean, then you got to take tuitions to understand who to vote for. But you're like, what the hell? I mean, what's going on? I was sleeping and there's 7 more. The moment I wake up. Are we taking Aries?
Arpit has a technical question. He says,
Bolo.
what about the members only episode? It gives the illusion that they want to talk only on it. What does that mean? Khel-
Probably because the episode is not out in public, so they are more freer to talk. Yeah.
Oh, no,
I don't think it's for the money, if that's what you're asking.
He's
I don't.
saying it's a platform for you guys to come on and they want to be honest so they can talk openly, especially anti-government, anti-religion, those kind of sacred cow things. And you're famous for it.
I thought this was a members only podcast only till this point.
It's just that we have the same 7 people in the members who are there in the public thing. So I don't know why we changed it also. I told him let's just do a daily Monday to Thursday with our 12 listeners.
Yeah.
But no.
in the members only podcast, Shreyas wears nothing. So it's- we don't
Arey,
know
we
what-
lose those 8 people also.
Never. As long as this man puts his laptop on and then the other laptop's on and those laptops on, we're okay.
It's
We have
multiple laptops.
6 laptops.
Fuck.
All
yeah,
company
hell.
laptops.
5
Wow.
from Spotify.
एक
Are
दिन
you-
बदला लूंगा बेटा.
What's
Burning desire when he gets the national award for best musician. I owe this to Punit Panya who did something under my bum every day. Reminded me.
what's your deal with Spotify? What is this?
Top 10 artists? No?
He's platinum artist.
He released the album and then he took this job. So already the career was in the wrong direction.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But he's available for parties and all that.
Okay,
You
great.
guys, you are rich zamindar in Nagpur.
Yeah, so then I'll get better musicians.
One of your restaurants, not the outside courtyard, he can perform at least. I mean, inside you have other guys, but outside, just think. Where's the camel?
The camel it doesn't exist.
But the
anymore.
beta must be there,
The
na?
beta is there.
So he can ride the camel like Tansen on the camel with a little sitar,
But how are you as a singer? Honest, yourself, objective.
He sings very well. He's a talented musician, but he can't get a break, so he's stuck here.
Okay.
Unlike comedians who have no talent, they actually have tangible talent. Don't just tell 2 jokes.
But why don't you guys use him? Like add him in the title track of every podcast.
By now you should have
He's-
noticed we don't use anyone with talent. That is the first thing they teach you at IBM. No talent, come here.
No,
Right,
no,
should we take
as,
some
as as a true musician, he uses his art only for money or for action. So
Yeah.
it's against.
Well, he's not getting action, so obviously he's loaded now.
Yeah.
Clearly, yeah.
I think Floyd is new to the podcast. He
yeah.
says, "Does Cyrus go to a grumpy phase after the act?" No, this is him.
No, he's right. I'm very on-off. So when I'm off, I'm off, completely off. Like I'm like a coma, like a dead body.
I think he goes grumpy after sunset.
Yeah, sunset is long.
5.
I'm more like 2:33. 5.
Yeah.
So sunset in Calcutta, yes. Still part of India, brother.
Yeah, rather Jain that way. But okay.
No, no, look at this way. See, yesterday I came home at 5:30 in the evening. So I left the house at 5:30 in the morning. So it's full 12-hour day in leaving and coming back. So it's the same as a guy who leaves at 8:30 in the morning, comes back at 8:30 in the night.
Hmm.
So that's fair, right?
Yeah.
There is something to it. I went to Vipassana for 10 days and last meal at 5:30.
Oh my God.
So I'm brushing my teeth with the sun going down. So
Okay.
there is something to
Whose
it.
son was it?
Huh? There's,
Sorry. But tell me one thing. So 5:30, then when you eat again in the morning?
next day morning 6:30.
So 13 hours you don't eat.
13
So then you're
hour-
intermittent in a way.
Yeah.
But why would you do this to yourself, bro? I mean, it sounds like fun, I know, but come on.
This is-
And no coffee, no tea, nothing, right? You can't do anything.
tea is there. Tea is sattvic apparently.
Wow.
So-
How they can market and sell these things and people go willingly? I just
There is a waiting
amazed.
list 15,000 all India.
You know,
So-
the Wharton graduates or
Fuck.
something.
No, but because the most common thing is break up, then you go. So I went
Oh,
before breakup.
psychological
So
reasons. You went before breakup?
Yeah.
Why you knew impending breakup?
no, this is just
You
it's a-
wanted the breakup.
It's a
Was your
joke.
manat? Oh, it's a joke. Sorry. Don't make fun of Spotify, bro. We are 3 aging comedians who are going nowhere. That's why.
We have 3 questions left.
Yeah.
Harvesh says, "Hello all.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on DK Shivkumar's statement expressing KN's inability to release Kaveri water for 15 days to TN as directed by the
That's
too many short
Karnataka
forms."
and Tamil Nadu.
There's
So
too
that's
much-
been going on. It's
Yeah.
also a little populist now that you have to take what fans of Flames. Although I have a lot of time for him as a politician because he's a
Yeah.
businessman politician.
Wait, can you just explain the
For-
context to me? I don't
The
think I know
Kaveri water
this.
dispute is going on.
Huh.
So
For
the
decades.
blame game has been going on for decades. Once you come into power, you have to be more. Your rhetoric has to be more, strong.
Right.
Just following the script. Yeah, I mean, It's a touchy topic with a lot of people, just because
Yeah.
we don't live in Bangalore and Chennai.
Yeah.
And maybe urban Bangalore and Chennai doesn't care that much, but there are a lot
Right.
of people who are really seriously
Okay.
like, you're taking my water. Which is a bit
That's a
like,
big issue. Yeah.
yeah.
Also,
Used to
all
be-
this mega river linking project is
Hmm.
going to lead to absolute disaster because
Or
they're
maybe
saying-
not.
No, they're saying ecologically you can't just.
What does
like,
it mean?
It means that you can't just transfer that much water from here to there and think it's not arithmetic कि इधर ज्यादा इधर कम है तो मैं इधर ऐड कर देगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है.
If you can transport all the Delhiites out of the city for 3 days and then
Yeah.
bring them back safely,
Yeah.
including some of the stray dogs, then why be worried?
That's not
This
possible.
country can do anything.
That's not possible. They will kill each other on the way.
That's true.
It's
That's
Delhi. It's
So amazing. That's great.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we want?
When UPA was worse, na, they cleared Lucknow, they all came to Mumbai. And Shiv Sena went berserk. That time there was only one Shiv Sena. One.
not Mumbai. They went to Narsopara to be specific. But
Yeah.
anyway.
You're right. How dare we consider? Yeah. Look at this bloody elitist pig. They're all calling me names. Freaking all the way from Kandivali, like, Nara, Sopara. Sab cheez relative hai, bhai.
See, in India, there is no bottom. There's always something below.
Yeah, you just got to find someone, one person to spit on. That's why it won't be on the ground floor. Ground floor is terrible. Imagine ground floor, you're depressed, you want to jump. Nothing happens. Sorry. Okay,
Karan-
last one. Come on.
Karan Sethi says one of the main rules of Big Boss is to speak Hindi. If that is the case, why do they invite foreigners to be part of the show?
To
This is
show
not-
them that we are better. What
He's
else?
making fun of me. No, but they had Tyson and, like, if I remember right, I can't remember properly. Pamela Anderson came for two.
Yeah.
Anderson.
And I'm telling you, language is not important when you have Pamela Anderson on. the show.
Yeah.
I mean, really, who's tuning in and saying, I want to hear every word? I mean, really? Oh, I know Tyson is now a philosopher, but not then, for sure. I mean, he's just thinking, who will he punch? Who will he get angry with, you know? I think they must have 2 foreigners minimum. They must have every community. All castes should be there. All the zones of the country should be there.
Yeah.
And I think compulsorily at least 3 politicians should be on Big Boss.
Then it will be running around the year at 20 casts in the country. So
We'll rotate. We'll figure this out. Puri, don't be negative about everything. think about the 3 politicians without the lal batti behind them. You know, you don't notice them. Until you see that, you don't know who the person is. I've
Yeah.
seen them in real life. I mean, really, it's not like Amitabh Bachchan in Sanjeev or something making an entry. You know, I mean, it's just this. God. All right.
last question.
last.
Sharad Shetty, what's the minimum net worth one should be on to panel of Cyrus?
So at the moment, it's not very high, except for Puneet. See, Puneet pretends to be poor. We all know that he's actually far more wealthy. And he's an astute man, so he's put money in the right places, like
Right.
China. You, on the other hand, do this whole act of the bohemian, right?
Yeah.
The artist. And every time he runs out of money, he calls his dad. Yeah, and he
I
tells his
think-
dad, "Abhi Chandu ko bola Mercedes mein mat aana," because then the neighbors will see it. Yeah? So that
Auto,
bugger has to
auto.
park in Antop Hill, then take a rickshaw and come all the way to meet him.
I think if we take Shreyas out, the average net worth is 2 FDs.
My God, yeah. Well, I will be welcoming at the event, but Abbas was a bit off. I don't know if he was awkward. Girish, in his defense, he's a very introverted guy and soft-spoken.
And he's very
He's
warm
not-
and
he's-
lovely. So
If a panda is warm and lovely, yes. But the thing is,
Panda is warm and lovely.
but they're not very friendly. There's a big misnomer. They're very aggressive bears, actually.
So that is Abbas
And
then.
they
Now
like,
we
they like to have sex all the time.
Oh,
So if you've been to Dadar Parsi colony, no. So let me just clarify in his defense. Abbas he's very good on stage, does this thing, but by nature he's like Kunal. Actually, Kunal is very introverted and doesn't like to be.
What
gregarious.
event was this? I missed it.
So have you seen Kunal being gregarious? Kunal does a performance.
Right.
You've seen him, right?
yeah.
He'll pretend to compensate because he doesn't really feel anything.
Right.
So he'll say, Shreyas, oh, Shreyas! And his mind is saying, who the fuck is Shreyas? Who the fuck is Shreyas? Where have I met him? Where have I met him? It's always the same reaction. The moment I hear, and he says the name many times, then I know he doesn't know who they are. Oh, Puneet, of course, Puneet. Who the fuck is Puneet? It's always like,
so funny.
I swear, man. And then that's why he used to fight. He walked out of CNN IB in one shoot because the intern who took the photograph, who had been working there for 1 year with us,
Yeah.
took the farewell photograph with all of us. And I said, Kunal, tell me his name. Every day he worked with us, 4 days a week for a whole year. And Kunal said, you always do this, try to be popular. I said, well, what's his name? And his name was Vijay. Amitabh Bachchan's name in 90 films. Every Indian knows the name Vijay. And his surname begins with Vijay. But in spite of that, he couldn't remember his name. Kunal doesn't care. You have to be trying to be popular with them. You have to be trying to be popular with them. Boy, I'm not you. And he walked off and he left the shoot. He got so angry. It was damn funny.
That's
The ice
hilarious.
cream story is still the best.
Which one?
The ice cream story.
Was the ice cream? Can you repeat it
That
quickly?
again, yeah. He had a bigger outside the car, yeah. We were driving. He was driving, and no, I was driving. He was on this side of the passenger. Dungarwadi slope, Chemist Corner, and this old lady came, and really like starving and all that. And I was having chocolate or vanilla. I can't remember. He was having butterscotch. And so I said, he had half. I said, give it to her now, because that's a 4-minute signal, Baba. You're looking at you and making you feel really bad. So whatever, you can't eat like that.
Right.
No human being can. Not
Wait,
even,
why did you tell him to give it when you could
I
have?
finished. Because I was driving. I finished very fast. I'm driving at the same time. So I finished it.
Yeah.
And he was that time he's smoking. So every bite is 3 coughs. And in fact, when she knocked on the door, his first thing is, Bolo, Kai Paije. He's still British. In Dungarwadi slope is still Parsi. Kai Paije. He was saying Allah ke naam pe de, Krishna ke naam pe de, the usual 10 gods, and hopefully you react. And then he refused to give it. 2 minutes she's watching, slurping away, and he's coughing and eating and farting and all that. Then we go and I'm saying, bro, why are you giving it the thing? And so he looks at me and says, she will not appreciate it. It's butterscotch. She'll never be able to have a discerning taste. She will never be able to tell her, she'll never have it again. He was giving me pontificating on the fact that she's so poor, she cannot appreciate butter fucking scotch. So I won't give it to her. You should have not hurried through your vanilla or chocolate. You should have given her vanilla or chocolate, which she may get again. But no butterscotch. And that's why Puneet knows the ultimate comedians are these jokers who aren't intending to be funny. We try so hard for a laugh, we rundis that we are. Then you have this genius who's not funny at all, but says these ridiculously fascist things, including what he does to Marathi when he's feeling British. You have no idea. I don't even speak Marathi properly. And I'm like, why? Chura now, guy. Now, guy. Oh, today, you should prosecute these guys. You know what I mean? Shiv Sena should bring this up. They can come together and fight this. Find Maharashtrian who do this to the language.
Let's get him. Let's get him back.
This is funny every fucking time.
Because Puneet, you have to be there. It's so surreal. You cannot believe that like this exists.
What was your reaction then? Were you laughing then? Were you enraged? What was happening?
They all call me the bad guy, because I'm always cheeky and saying all the wrong things and not helping people and all that. And I'm like, bro, I feel like an NGO personally next to this butters. And the thing is, he believes it, Shreyas. I swear my mother, he believes what he's saying. If it was you, I know you're trying to be funny.
Yeah.
So I'll just laugh it off and whatever. You didn't give it whatever. But he's actually fundamentally, philosophically, this is his point. He will die on the sword here. He put the sword in the sand and said, I will die that she's too poor to experience the butterscotch again. And how dare she? It's not my fault. Kaun bola Karibo ko hatao. Let it be. Oh, show's over. Okay. Zomato, please. Kya milega?